What's up, YouTube? Just want to talk to everyone today about some of the stuff that you can eat while you are on a Daniel fast. A lot of people have it a little bit confused and think that they're just giving up meat. But it also is important to pay attention to the scriptures and how they suggest that you should also eat fruits and vegetables. And honestly, in this day and age, I know that could be difficult. Like, oh my God, how can I put together those combinations and how can I make it work? But we're going to talk about that today. We're going to get all up into it. All right.
I'm getting right into it. Get all of your vegetables that you like. You could chop them up, make it colorful however you like. You can make soups, stews, and you can even eat them over brown rice if that's your thing. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Here's another go-to. Just use organic vegetable stock. Be mindful. Some of these stocks actually do have cane sugar in them, so be completely careful. This was the brand Imagine vegetable broth. It was low sodium and it was organic. I added some butternut squash. I chopped up a chayote and put it in there. I also put carrots and potatoes. And honestly, that was it. That was my soup. All right, so another combo that I really enjoyed was spinach stew, also known as efo riro in the Nigerian culture, but I made my own take on it. To make the spinach stew, it's really simple. You want to blend up about 2 or 3 bell peppers, half of an onion. If you like spice, you could go ahead and use Scotch bonnets. And then you want to go ahead and once you blend that up, put a little olive oil in your pot. Put that blended mix inside of it. Add some tomato paste, some salt and pepper, and other seasonings that you like. Once you fry that up for about 10 to 15 minutes, then you're going to go ahead and add in your spinach. And honestly, guys, that's pretty much it. Another go-to of mine is getting a bowl from Chipotle. I usually get brown rice, black beans, and of course they have the choice where you can get pinto beans as well, corn, and guacamole. And that's literally it. I'm still iffy on the corn because I don't know exactly what ingredients they use in that. Hopefully they're all kosher and don't involve any sugar or any additional things that are not supposed to be included in Daniel fast. So you may want to research that part, but I do believe the brown rice, the beans, and the guacamole is safe and good to go. All right, so I know this looks extremely disgusting, but I promise you it really wasn't that bad. So what I have here is a lettuce wrap. Inside the lettuce wrap is guacamole and 3 falafels. So there is a brand on the market, I believe it's called Afia. Don't quote me, but they sell this brand and I found it at Publix, and it's pretty much grounded up chickpeas with some seasonings and other vegetables. And then they make a falafel. So if you've ever had a falafel before, you know what it tastes like. It is an acquired taste, but you do have to keep in mind that the Daniel fast is not really to satisfy your taste buds, but it's really supposed to be focusing on the glory of God and worshiping and feeding your spirit. But we have to feed our body, obviously, for nourishment. So that's something to think about. All right. So beside my lettuce wrap is a muffin made out of almond flour, bananas, a little bit of salt, coconut oil. And then I want to say, what was the last ingredient in there? Flax seeds. So I made like a flax egg to bind everything up together. Wasn't the best taste, but it was pretty decent considering that everything was 100% natural. Now, I ain't have to show y'all my fruit plate, but I did anyway. I just wanted to remind you that you want to have a healthy balance between vegetables, fruits, and unprocessed whole grains like brown rice and legumes and other stuff like that. You don't want to have one more than the other because it could cause you to feel a little off. So just make sure that you're getting a good balance with all of your fruits and vegetables. If you have a hard time consuming fruit, what I like to do is make smoothies. So this particular smoothie that you see here features almond milk, cashews, blueberries, strawberries, and bananas. I personally like the fact that it is icy, it's smooth, it's enjoyable, and honestly, I don't like chewing cashews, and I don't have time to always sit down and consume a whole bunch of fruit. So it can be convenient to just make a smoothie out of the fruits that you have as well. So here's another smoothie variation. This is cashews, peanuts, bananas, and almond milk. If you're a person who doesn't really like the fruity flavors or something that's tart or citrusy, there are other ways around that. You can always add like cinnamon and nutmeg to this if you're looking for a particular flavor, or if you like an apple or a pumpkin spice type of smoothie, you can play around with the variations. But I just want to show you that you can get really creative with all of the fruits and proteins that you have in stock. So here's another base for a soup. It's super simple. So we got carrots, potatoes, butternut squash, a half of a shallot, and some mushrooms. I promise you, you can be as simple as you want, or you can be more extreme and add different vegetables like spinach or turnip greens to make whatever soup that you want. Just make sure your stock is completely organic and does not include any added sugars, or simply just start with water and add a little salt and pepper and build your flavor base from there. So in this picture, it is wild rice and brown rice mixed together, in case you were wondering what is beneath those jerk mushrooms. Yes, I said jerk mushrooms. To be honest, this was a delicious meal and I would eat it over and over again, whether or not I was fasting or even observing my diet. It was just amazing and it was full of flavor. So again, get your vegetables, season them up just how you like them. And the best thing you can do is prepare it with a sweet potato on the side or some brown rice.